I got hoes in different area codes. I was going to try to rap it, but I won't torture you with my singing. If you guys know that track by Ludacris and Nate Dogg, you probably grew up somewhat in the era that I did. And the messaging of hip hop or modern culture, not just hip hop, but just the modern culture is get laid, get paid, right? And, I really bought into that as a young man, but as I continued to evolve as a man and I started diving into the world of personal development, wanting to succeed, asking the bigger questions of life, like what is life all about? What is the meaning of life? And how do I ultimately live a joyful, happy, abundant, and peaceful life? Because there was a time I didn't have any of that. I recognized how much our relationship with S3X is actually creating at an unconscious level our life. In this video, I'm going to share with you why you want to move from the I got hoes narrative to I treat S3X as sacred narrative. And I'm going to give you 5 tips to be able to make that journey so that you can experience the benefit of evolving as a man and ultimately mastering your S3X energy. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Nakula and I help men master their S3X energy so you can become a powerhouse both in and outside the bedroom. Go to the link in the description below and take the free S3X transmutation guide. This is a free program I put together for you so you can begin your journey to S3X mastery and ultimately treating S3X as sacred. Now, any man who treats S3X as sacred will be an above average man. When I say above average, what I mean is by character, by morals, by standards, by money, by relationships, by peace, by health. Because S3X energy is your main motivation. It's your main driving force. That's why so many men can't understand the work that I do or why men are choosing to practice things like NoFap and semen retention. I've got a video right now that's, done pretty well on Instagram. It's got over 650 views. It's got tons of comments. Almost 85 to 90% of those comments are hate. Are, first of all, just making fun of me, hating on me, or making fun or saying that there's no science behind this. What is this? This is bullshit and all these things. That's how ignorant we've become of how our S3X energy works and actually how it's playing, not just in the bedroom. S3X energy isn't just meant to be expressed in a physical way. In the famous book, Think and Grow Rich, chapter 11, The Mysteries of S3X Transmutation, Napoleon Hill talks about the fact that this energy is creative energy, creative power. It's the secret behind all geniuses. Nikola Tesla, Sir Isaac Newton. It's the secret behind great leaders, great speakers, great salespeople, great businessmen like Steve Jobs. This is a sacred energy, and generally in our human history, it was treated sacredly. But in the modern world, where it's all about pleasure and it's all a selfish world, and everybody's living for their own pleasure and their own satisfaction, and yet we're becoming more depressed. We pop more pills than ever before. We're more obese. We're more sick. And we cannot see that it is because actually we are living a S3X immoral life. And even as I'm saying these words, I'm like, I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth, because there was a time in my life that I got hoes. I would have never bought into even what I'm saying. So I understand why guys are like hating on this or why there's so much backlash, because it really shocks your paradigm. It actually rocks the way you view life, and it challenges your own morality. It challenges your own who you are as a person, and it rocks you. Because if you grew up in the culture that I grew up, which is this modern culture, get laid, get paid, do drugs, chase girls, party culture, live selfishly, do whatever it takes to be successful, all this crap, it really rocks your belief systems. But for men who are doing this, like the students in my Powerhouse Man training, who are coming through this program and they're shifting their relationship with S3X, They're getting rid of their vices. They're building businesses. They're building healthy relationships. And we've got all these trainings and programs and support to help you do all that. They're testifying to the amount of peace and harmony and joy and abundance and money and great S3X with their wife or their partner that they're experiencing. So how do you do it? How do you make the journey? Now, there's many ways to do this, but I'm going to give you 5 specific tips that you can implement right away. Number 1 is change your language around S3X. Stop fucking and start making love. Stop calling women sluts and hoes and bitches and all of this stuff, and start changing your language around S3X. Language creates culture. This is something that politicians understand. He who controls the language controls the culture. That's why in modern world, they're trying to control the language. You can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say this, you can't say that. Now, I believe in freedom, and I believe that you can speak however you wish. But if you want to live a better life, I remember one of my mentors telling me, success is a language. You have to learn to speak it. Listen how most people speak. They're gossiping. They're talking negative about themselves and others. They're cynical. They're always looking at what's wrong instead of looking at what's right. And this shapes your mindset. It shapes the lens in which you view the world, and therefore the way you interact and attract in this world. So shift your language around S3X. There was a time where we used to call it lovemaking. Now we call it fucking. There was a time that we would tell our children, this is something that you do with someone you love in marriage, in commitment. And now it's like, yeah, you should totally explore. Just go bang a bunch of people and see what you like. Notice how the language has shifted and therefore the culture has shifted. Well, you can shift your own individual culture, your family's culture, by being conscious of the language you're using. Number 2 is anybody other than a S3X partner, a woman that you meet, treat them as either mother, sister, or daughter. Look at them through those lenses. If this was my sister, would I still speak about her in that way? Would I think about her in that way? Would I be subtly exploiting her in my mind in that way? Or would I want to protect her? Would I want to make sure that if she's with a man, that man is of a high character and high standards? How would you treat your mother? How would you treat your daughter? Any woman other than your partner or your wife, treat that way. This is my sister. She is part of God. I am part of God. And guess what? She's now my sister. If you shift to this type of thinking, you'll notice that first of all, your interactions with women, or when you see women, you will have a different interaction. You'll have a different energy. You'll have more of a loving and caring spirit. You'll see them as somebody to love, to support, not to exploit for your own S3X pleasure. And then if you're like, man, I need to have S3X, like I need to get it on, like me, like I'm not a monk, I have S3X, okay? Then you have a wife and you share that with her. You get into a committed relationship and you share that with her, and you share that only with her, and you exchange that energy and that pleasure and that intimacy with her. And then it becomes sacred because it's something that you do with just somebody instead of everybody. Then it no longer becomes sacred. It no longer becomes special. When you overdo anything, it doesn't become special anymore. Number 3 is understand and open up your mind to how S3X energy works. Don't be like the ignorant fools on my Instagram who are blasting off and talking derogatory because they have very limited understanding. They think like animals. They haven't risen above the animal consciousness. So they think and they act like animals. Remember what Jesus said in the Bible, look at them gnawing and gnashing in the streets. That's what they're acting like. Gnawing and gnashing and gossiping and talking crap online when 99.9% of them wouldn't say nothing in person. Don't be like them. Be like the great leaders of this world. Marcus Aurelius. Great spiritual leaders like the Buddha, Jesus Christ, Srila Prabhupada, Muhammad. Look at the great men of this world. They were all men of high character and morals. David from the Bible. Now, David from the Bible really messed up. So you're a human being. Most likely you're going to mess up too. But they knew how to repent and they knew how to course correct. This is our calling. This is your calling. So understand your S3X energy. Number 4, quit watching adult videos, prawn, online or wherever on your phone. Get rid of that habit. That will make you look at women in a derogatory way. It will make you less value your own S3X energy, and it will shift the way that you actually perceive S3X. You will not see women as something to provide and to protect. You'll see just that women are just your sense objects. You're just there to exploit. Like somehow they're this there to please your every whim. Adult films are probably one of the worst things that we can put into our mind that kills our consciousness. Consciousness is that little voice inside of you that's telling you what is good and what is bad, what is right and what is wrong, what to do and what not to do. When you're involved with adult films, when you're involved with drugs, with alcohol, this stifles, it kills your ability to hear consciousness or God within your heart speaking to you and directing you. So get rid of that. And of course, if you need help, reach out to me. Our S3X Alchemy program has helped many men reduce and eliminate the habit of adult films. And number 5 is associate with men who are growing. You know, inside my Powerhouse Man training program, there's a private group with my students that are coming through the program, and we share our successes and we share our wins and we share our challenges, and it's a safe and open place for you to share your big dreams and for also you to honestly discuss about what is going on. The power of association. You become like who you hang out with. Birds of a feather flock together. So if you want to be successful, you want to make money, you want to have a great relationship, you want to be in health, you want to be able to solve your problems and challenges. I don't promise anybody a challenge-free life. That's some kind of like pipe dream. But I do promise you that you can become a man that no matter what life presents you, you will be above it. You can be transcendental to it. And you can get through it in a positive way. An alchemist is someone who knows how to take what is negative and turn it into positive. Turn lust into love. Turn matter into spirit. So get around good men. Get around men who are evolving. Get around men who are growing. Get around men who are practicing alchemy or some form of S3X discipline. And you will also pick up on that energy, feel and see the benefits for yourself, and then you'll become a man where others will want to get around, and you'll be able to pass that to so many good men around the world. We need this. We need this more now than ever with the modern culture and these modern philosophies and how adult films are being pushed on us. This work is probably the most important, if not the most important work on the planet right now, because this is more than just I can retain my semen or I can last long in the bedroom. Yes, you'll be able to last long in the bedroom. Yes, you'll be able to experience higher pleasures. But this is about expanding human consciousness. This is about reigniting your divine consciousness and right as a free and sovereign soul. Don't let anyone steal that from you. And if you let your S3X energy take over and your lust and your greed and your selfishness take over, you'll be reduced back to a slave, riddled with vice, guilt, shame, which equals sickness, disease, and corruption. Go to the link in the description, start with the free S3X transmutation guide, and if you're ready to take the next step, jump on my schedule. It's in the link below. Let's book a call together. Let's connect. Let's go through the trainings and see what's a right fit for you, and let's work together. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, leave comments below because it helps with the algorithm and get us out there to more people. I'll see you on the next video.